When ADHD academics first come to me, usually they are in the process of writing an article, a paper that is turning out to be much longer than it's supposed to be. I have seen people who set out to write an 8,000 word paper and were now at about 20,000-30,000 words and still weren't even close to finishing. And that is actually very common for academics with ADHD. I do think, however, that there is a relatively easy solution, and in this video I will tell you all about it. I'm Susanna, I'm an ADHD writing coach, and about half of the people that I work with are actually academics. So I have a thing or two to say about how to become a better, faster, and more productive academic with ADHD. If you want me to create more videos specifically for ADHD academics, make sure to let me know in the comments, and I will make sure to create videos specifically for you. The reason why ADHD academics often overwrite way past their word target is that they make a mistake in the way that they structure and approach their writing. So what most ADHDers do is they write an article that starts with the sentence, "In this paper I will explore." You write investigative papers that allow you to explore, follow your instincts, follow the connections that you see. It is a very beautiful, organic, and lovely way to write when you're an ADHD academic. However, it also comes with a major risk. The fact is that us ADHDers are often divergent thinkers, and that means that for every idea we have, we see the connections to 20 new thoughts, ideas, and points that we might want to make. So when you start out exploring your data or exploring a new idea, exploring an issue within your paper, it's going to be very hard to figure out which of these connections that you see do and do not belong in your paper. They are all very relevant. They can all have an impact on your field or even the world. So there's no real reason not to put it in there. It all falls within this exploration that you have set out to present in your paper or article. However, the fact is that journals actually do have a word count for a reason, and they are not very likely to make an exception for you. And that means that depending on your discipline, if you have to write a 6, 8, or 10,000 word paper, you cannot go much farther beyond that. You cannot explore the entire world within this one paper. And the explorative approach does not allow you to determine which does and doesn't belong. But there is an alternative. Even though this explorative paper is something that us ADHDers really enjoy doing, it is really hard to get it done by a certain date within a certain word count. But there is a better alternative, and that alternative is an argumentative paper. When you say, "In this paper I will argue," you'll have a lot more direction within the paper itself. You will have a point that you want to arrive at. You will automatically come up with the steps that you need to take your reader through to get them to that argument, to get them to that point, and to get them to agree with you. So when you write an argumentative paper, it becomes a lot easier to see which of these connections that your brain makes do and do not belong within the paper itself. It becomes a lot easier to cut out ideas, or as I like to do it, put them in an ideas parking lot so you can go back to them in a different paper, and to really stay focused and on track. And the reason why you can stay on track is that there actually is a track. You know that your reader is here right now, you want to get them there, and these are the steps that you need to take them through. Now, the beauty of the argumentative approach is that it will help you keep your argument, your text focused. What it can also do is it will allow you to break your text down into sub-arguments. Even if you write a literature review or a methodology section, these sections can each have their own sub-arguments that will support the main argument. And that means that in every different section, you can have a clear-cut approach to presenting the information you need to before you can move on to the next section. So if you're an ADHD academic and you feel like you're always overwriting and always ending up with a text that is convoluted, difficult to navigate, and about 3 times as long as it needs to be, make sure to switch from the explorative approach to the argumentative approach. And if you need help with that, you can always reach out to me. We can have a session together, a video call, and I can help you figure out what the argument is going to be for the paper that you're currently writing. Now, if you like these tips, make sure to also check out these other videos that I've created specifically for ADHD writers. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.